What's up guys, my name's Brandon and we have a very exciting unboxing today from Google. We have the brand new Pixel 3a. So with the iPhone XR and the S10e being such big sellers for Apple and Samsung, it's only right for the trend to continue with budget smartphones as Google has just released their budget Pixel, the Pixel 3a. So you can see here, I have this package here from Google. You can see it says Team Pixel on the front right there. So let's go ahead and dig into this. I'm going to talk about the Pixel 3a, play around with it and give you guys my first impressions review and kind of compare it to the S10e and the iPhone XR as well. All right, so let's go ahead and take the top off of this box and see what we have inside. And you can see we have quite a few things in here. So we have a couple of pamphlets. We have something about Google Fi, and you can see here we have a cool little note from the Made by Google team. So awesome stuff. Let's go ahead and set that off to the side and see what else we have in here. Of course, we have the Pixel 3a right here. You can see we got it in the black colorway. The Just Black is what it's called. We also have a case here for the Pixel 3a. I like the look of this already. You can see we have the little orange button right there for the power button as well. That's how it is on the phone itself as well. We do also have the Google logo down here looking pretty cool. And then we have a good old pop socket here that we could throw on the back of the 3a. And then finally, it looks like we have a Google bag here. So yeah, it says Team Pixel on one side and it has the Google logo on the other side. So pretty cool. Definitely get some use out of that with groceries or something like that. So let's go ahead and set all this off to the side except for the Pixel itself. All right, and here is the Pixel 3a itself. You can see the box here, pretty simple. We have the Google logo, we have the Pixel there, and we have Pixel 3a right there. We also have a cool little picture of the Pixel 3a itself laying on a surface on the back. Pretty cool. So let's go ahead and unbox this thing. And there is the Pixel itself. Let's go ahead and take that guy out, set it off to the side and see what else comes in the box. So we have some pamphlets with a semi-ejector tool and our Get Started guide. We have our USB-C cable here. We have a USB adapter, and then we have a little box down here. So let's see what's in this box. It looks like it's going to be the AC charger, and that it is. And that's everything you get in the box. All right, so let's go ahead and take the plastic off so we can see the full body. So here is the Pixel 3a, and you can see it looks really nice actually. It looks like a flagship phone if you were just to see it out in the wild. Now you can tell right from picking it up, you know, right when it gets in your hands for the very first time that it's not going to be a premium feel. It doesn't feel like a premium flagship phone. And the reason for that is because it's made out of plastic. And to be technical, it's actually made of polycarbonate. It's just a really, clever way of saying plastic, but it's not glass like you see on the flagship iPhones and, the Samsung Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus. So it's gonna feel instantly lighter and not as premium as those phones. However, it does look premium. Just looking at it from the outside, it looks like the Pixel 3. And the reason this phone is made of polycarbonate and it doesn't actually feel premium is because this is a $400 phone. That's right, $400. That's literally half the price of the flagship phones on the market today. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look around the Pixel 3a. So on the front, we have a 5.6-inch OLED display. There is also a 3a XL, a bigger variant of the 3a. And that's going to be a 6-inch display. And one of the first things you'll notice is that we don't actually have a notch of any sort. We don't have a notch or a cutout hole or anything like that. But we do have some bezel. So you'll see some bezel on the top and on the bottom as well. It's not too much on the sides. There is bezel there, but it's not as much. Obviously, this is a $400 phone. You're not going to get an edge-to-edge display. We do have a single front-facing camera there. On the side, we do have our SIM on the left-hand side. That's the only button or anything on the left side. On the right side, we have our power button and we also have our volume rockers right there. On the bottom, we have our charging port for USB-C. We also have dual stereo speakers down at the bottom. And then up top, we have the headphone jack. Hello, headphone jack. And then flipping it around to the back, you can see there we have a 12.2 megapixel f1.8 single lens camera on the back with flash right there. Below that, we do have the fingerprint sensor, and I do really like how it's like a two-tone look on the back. That's one of the most attractive things about this phone to me. Then down there near the bottom, we have the Google logo. So this is a very good looking phone. I really love the look of this just black colorway here on the Pixel 3a. All right, so let's go ahead and boot it up for the first time. It should have some charge. There we go. You can see we get the Google logo right away. All right, and so you can see we booted up pretty quickly there. And inside of this thing, we do have the Snapdragon Snapdragon 670 processor, which is the mid-range processor. So it's not the best, but it's also not the worst. And along with that, we do have 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is pretty solid. And you can already see we do have the always on display. We are running the latest Android 9 Pie by default, but of course it will support Android Q when it comes out here very soon. So let's go back to that camera, since that's going to be a big selling point of this phone. It's a $400 phone, but it's not going to be a super powerhouse. It's not going to compete with something like the iPhone XR or the S10 Plus. It may compete with the S10e. I will possibly do a speed test on that, but a big selling point for the Pixel 3a is going to be its awesome 12.2 megapixel camera. So I'm just going to take some pictures really quick, and I'm going to have these in the video. I'm going to have some examples of this camera in this video. You're going to be seeing them right now. So really expecting a lot from this camera, and I don't think it's going to be as good as the new iPhones, the XS and XS Max, and even the XR, but we will see, because the Pixel 3 did have an amazing camera, and this is pretty much the exact same camera. Now, I will say that I do like the positioning of the fingerprint sensor here on the 3a, unlike the Samsung Galaxy S10e, where it's on the side button right here. I don't like it on the S10e. On this button, it takes a big reach with your index finger to get there, but on the Pixel 3a, it's a lot easier being on the back and pretty much right where your index finger always goes. As far as battery life goes on the 3a, we do have a 3000 milliamp hour battery, which should be good for all day usage. Now, the Pixel 3a XL has a 3700 milliamp hour battery compared to that 3000 milliamp hour battery. So both phones should get you all day battery life, but of course the XL will get slightly better battery life. But aside from the battery, there's really no difference between the Pixel 3a and the 3a XL, except for, of course, that bigger 6-inch display. Now, one thing I noticed that may be an issue for long-term use with the Pixel 3a is the lack of expandable storage. So we have 64 gigabytes of internal storage with no way of expanding that via a micro SD card. So that could be, concerning for those of you who take a lot of pictures and you don't really have any cloud services or, anything like that to store all of your stuff. So you're gonna have to deal with 64 gigabytes. That's kind of low in 2019, honestly. So that's kind of a downside to the 3a right off the bat. Now, another thing to note about this phone is that it's not water resistant, which is a bummer, because that means I can't take it to, the beach or near a pool or anything like that, like I can with pretty much all of my other phones. But once again, the thing you have to keep in mind is that you are gonna be giving up a lot of things to have a $400 phone. I mean, it's half the price of a flagship phone with pretty much a flagship camera. So obviously Google is gonna have to compromise on a lot of things. And of course, they compromised on water resistance. They compromised on making it out of plastic. We can't wireless charge. We don't have expandable storage and things like that. So there's going to be a lot of compromise with this phone. However, I think it is a lot of phone for $400. It's a great camera for $400. And I could see this thing selling really, really well and definitely competing with something like the iPhone XR and the S10e. So there you have it, guys. That is my unboxing and first impressions review of the new Pixel 3a and the black colorway. I think it's a great phone for $400. Of course, you are going to compromise on a lot of things, but you get a great camera, a good battery, and you also get a good processor and 4 gigabytes of RAM. But again, the big thing to worry about is the lack of water resistance, the lack of expandable storage, and of course, a lack of wireless charging if that's anything you care about. But anyways, I will be doing a full review on the Pixel 3a here very soon. I'll also be comparing it to the S10e and the iPhone XR to see what the best budget phone out there right now is. So anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Also make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that comparison and that full review here on the Pixel 3a. And again, a big thanks to Google for sending this over for review. So anyways, guys, thanks again for watching the video, and I'll see you soon.